Welcome to the speaking section of IELTS examination. My name is Sapna Dhamija and I would be your examiner for this part of the test, and this test would be recorded. Okay, may I know your full name please?
Sayyid Mehta is my full name.
Okay, how may I address you?
You may call me by my first name only Sayyid.
Okay, Sayyam, good. May I ask your identification please?
Yes, sure, here it is.
That's great. Thank you so much. Okay, where do you come from, Sayyam?
Actually, I hail from small town named Tohana, which is located in district Fatehbad under the state of Haryana, and it is situated in northern part of my nation, India.
That's good. Okay, Sayyam, now few questions will be based on morning routine. Do you often get up early in the morning?
Yes, of course, I got up early in the morning because I like to give myself proper time to get ready, and before I have a breakfast before I go to my college.
What do you usually do when you get up early?
Being a fitness freak person, I perform plenty of exercise in the early morning to maintain my body fit.
Do you get up early on weekends?
To be honest, I don't woke up early in the morning on weekends because I am idle on majority of weekends.
Which mornings do you like the best in a week?
I like Sunday most because I go to playing cricket with my some friends in playground.
Okay. So before proceeding further to this interview, I would like to announce at VIP platform we are offering speaking and writing online classes. A very good news for you guys that a very big discount, a bulky discount is going on. If you wish to enroll, then you can. On speaking group, speaking individual and writing individual classes, a huge discount is going on. If you want to know more about, then the number is displayed below. Either you can contact us or WhatsApp us. Now few questions will be based on languages. What languages do you speak?
Being a multilingual person, I can speak plethora of languages such as Hindi, English, Punjabi, Multani, and tidbit others.
When did you learn English?
When I started learning English when I was in first standard, I vividly remember I was around 5 years old at that time.
Do you think English is difficult to learn?
I think any language is not difficult to learn. It is depends on every individual's catching power. It is a hard nut to crack for some, and it is also a piece of cake for someone.
That's good. Would you like to learn other languages?
Yes, of course, I like to learn German language because I felt over the moon whenever I learn new languages, and as well as it is my hobby.
Now few questions will be based on library. Do you often go to library?
Yes, I often go to library because it's provide us a serene atmosphere as compared than my adore.
What do you usually do in the library?
I like to reading newspaper as well as interesting novels in library.
Did you go to library when you were a kid?
To be honest, I went to only my school's library during my childhood.
Do Indian kids often go to the library?
Yes, of course, Indian kids like to go library because it provides very good atmosphere and provide plethora of facility to continue their study.
Okay, this is end of the part 1, Sayyam. That's good. Okay, now I'm going to give the cue card and you will have to speak between 1 and 2 minutes. If you wish to plan, then you can make notes. You can use paper and pencil.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, Sayyam, you may start speaking now.
Well, India is a diverse country and there are plethora of natural places. And now here I am going to talk about that particular places. It is none other than park. I vividly remember on last weekends I went to Kalpana Chawla Park with my chum, and it is situated in the heart of my hometown, and it is also just on throw away from my adore. Apart from it, if I talk about it's a brief description. It is very spick and span, and it is very also serene atmosphere, and it has two gates, one for entrance and another for exit, and it as well as two paths for one for children and another for senior citizens, and it has also a beautiful fountain that enhance its beauty more. Uh, uh, Beside this, if I talk about my personal experience, I saw plenty of flowers as well as trees, and I saw different types of species of birds on trees. After that, we went to canteen of this park, and that canteen, the furniture of that canteen was also well furnished, and the quality of food is also amazing. And after that, we did perform ample of activities such as running, jumping, and so on. In end, I felt over the moon whenever I go there. That's the reason I like this types of natural place so much.
Okay, now I'm going to ask some follow-up questions which will be based on the cue card. Okay, what are the differences between park and a city?
I think there are huge difference between park and city. In cities, we can find lot of hustle and bustle, but the atmosphere of park is very serene, and as well as it gives us a very fresh air as compared than cities.
Do you think park is the only way to get close to the nature?
I don't think small garden is a good option for get closer with natural places, and apart from it, mountains are good options for get closer.
Okay. What can people gain from going to natural places?
Sorry.
What can people gain from going to natural places?
As per me, in this modern era, scholar has more stress about their study. Due to park, they can reduce their stress, and parks can help to boost their creativity.
So you mean to say that going to natural places, they can relieve from the stress?
Yes.
It's a good stress buster
Yes, sir.
activity like visiting park or visiting natural places.
Yeah.
Are there any wild animal in the city or wild animals in the city?
To be honest, there are no wild animal in the cities. The majority, we have majority cows, street dogs, and cats, and different types of species in urban areas.
Okay, but what about the wild animals? Where we can see them?
We can only see them in woodland, and as well as in zoo.
Or in the forest?
ਹਾਂਜੀ.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Hey everyone, now this is time to give the feedback for Sanyam's interview. Honestly speaking, this interview or this type of interview ranges between 5 and 5.5 band score. So it depends upon the examiner and how they check your criteria accordingly. So today I'm giving 5.5 band score honestly, but in the final examination for this type of speaking you may either get 5 or 5.5 band, not more than that. He did best effort while speaking, but there were so many errors in that. Even though he is a beginner at VIP platform, when he came here to prepare, then he did not know the ABC of English. I mean that he was not clear with the basics. So first of all, he just worked hard upon the basics, and then later on he started working on the cue card and the follow-up. But he is doing great these days. And today I'm giving 5.5 band score, but hopefully in the near future he'll be able to get desired band score, and even more than 6 he'll be able to get in one more month. So where I am deducting the score and what were the problems in this speaking, I would like to mention here. First of all, in the part 1 he was not able to give answers between 2 to 3 sentences. So this is required whenever you are talking about the part 1 introductory questions, familiar question, then you need to elaborate between 2 to 3 sentences, or at least speak 20 to 30 seconds. This is required. And above all, he was doing many grammatical errors while speaking, so this was a big mistake also. In the cue card though, he spoke well and he had idea. He was explaining the prompts. There were so many prompts, 4 or 5 prompts, and he was explaining every prompt. But the mistake he did, there was a question, describe a natural place. park or mountain, and he was talking about the park. But while talking about the park, he said about the part I visited canteen while visiting that park. So he elaborated more that part too. This was not required. So unnecessarily he talked about that, like I visited canteen and what I did and how was the food, because these were the not bullet point. You just need to elaborate. When the question is describe a park, then you need to define about the park, what facilities are there, why people go there, what the park looks like, and what do you do there. So these type of questions need to be covered, and even the prompts are given over here. But somehow he was even out of box while answering the cue card, and above all he was not able to manage the criteria appropriately, especially the grammatical range and accuracy part. So in the entire speaking, this was a major problem. This was a big problem he had done so. And the next, the follow-up part. In the follow-up, again, the biggest mistake, not elaboration. In the follow-up, you need to elaborate between 4 to 5 sentences, and many people or many candidates, those who appear or who are preparing for IELTS, they generally ask me question on YouTube or through WhatsApp messages, ma'am, how we have to answer, what should be the length, and what is the requirement in the follow-up. So this is a requirement. You need to take care of the strong opinion, as well as you need to give complete answer between 4 and 5 sentences, or you need to speak between 30 and 40 seconds. This is required. So even he was not able to manage that part appropriately. So I'm giving 5.5 in the end, I would say, but hopefully after preparing for few more months, he'll be able to get good score. Thank you so much.